automation, we're going to show you how to automate Instagram stories. Now, if you're not already using stories, you're leaving a golden opportunity behind. In many cases, my own Instagram stories get more views, more engagement, and generate more leads than my own Instagram posts. We're going to show you how to use n8n and make.com to automate the process so you don't have to go in there manually every single day and post your stories. With me today, I have AI automation expert Kevin. He's going to introduce himself real quick.
Hi everyone, so my name is Kevin, I'm 36 years old from Malta and I've been building AI and automations for several years. And yeah, what we're showing today is quite a handy automation in the sense that we all know that stories are important, but it's also tough to come up with stories each and every time that you want to promote your business. So what we're going to show you are two different ways. There's the easy and the more advanced way with the ability to have full control over the stories that go live on your Instagram. You can see one example of a story, and the great thing about this is that you have not one, not two, but in this case, 3 different possibilities to select from. So all you would need to do once you copy this Airtable directly into your own account is to come in here, look at the image, and then if you decide you wanted to publish this one, you would just change it from to review to approved. And then the automation, or the second part of the automation, would then pick that up and publish that, and after change it to publish. So I'm going to show you 2 different versions. There's this one, which allows you to choose the best one out of 3 possibilities. And there's the simpler one, which is just you give it a prompt and a call to action, and it immediately publishes to your Instagram there and there.
Okay, awesome. And we're going to walk through the make.com version as well as the n8n. And like Kevin said, we'll have the easy basic version as well as the intermediate version, which has a human in the loop. We'll start with make.com, but if you're interested in n8n, just jump forward to half of the video.
So over here, starting with option A, which is the simpler version, all you would need to do is once you import this into your account by going to the 3 dots and hitting import blueprint, is you would go in here. You would put in the prompt. So in my case, I have a lady sharing her online recipes at the center of the image at the top. There's a text saying, and then there's the second part, which is if you're struggling with weight loss, DM me guide to get my free report. So whatever you wanted to have there, obviously, if you're in real estate, you would have your own prompt. Whatever your niche or industry is, you would just change the stuff right there. And same thing with the call to action. So that would be the first part that you would change. Over here, we have the call to a tool called Replicate. And in this case, I'm using this tool called Flux 2 Pro. You might have heard of something like Banana, which is one of the best current models that Google has released. So you can come in here, you can change to whatever model you want. If you leave it to this model right here, we're using this Flux version 2. So once you're in here, all you would need to do is come in here and put in your API key. So just change that to have your API key. And that's pretty much it. The third node or the third module right here is connected directly to Blotato. So if you haven't done that, you'd need to come in here, hit add, and put in your Blotato API key. And you get that by going to your Blotato account, go to settings, API, and then just copy that API key and paste it in there. And the connection is done. Let's say that here we have a lady sharing her online recipes, right, at the center of the image, as we said. If I run this once with these 3 modules, this generated the image prompt based on what we have right here. This is now getting the image created or done within replicate.com with this Flux image model. And once that finishes, it will connect directly, create the story on Instagram via Blotato. If we give this a second, it should immediately, once that finishes, have the story go live on my Instagram. And that's all there is to it, because we're not involving any human in the loop. It's just straight up generating the image and then posting directly.
And I know this is really simple, guys, but trust me, this works. I actually posted stories like every single day for the past 10 days and ended up having my largest revenue month ever for my own products. And a lot of that engagement was actually from Instagram stories, because the people watching your stories are already obsessed with your content, with your business, right? Like, they're not fed to you. You have to actually click on someone you like to view their story. And so stories are very much like an under-tapped opportunity for a lot of business owners. You can engage your most passionate audience directly through stories.
Awesome. So as you might have seen, for some reason it failed the first time. So there was an issue with Replicate, but in my case, I just hit run once more. And now it went through, as you can see, green, 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 which means that if I go to my Instagram and refresh, yep. So now we can see that this is live immediately. Obviously, there's a typo here if we look a bit closer. So this is why I'm going to show you the second method, because the idea here is that we'll use Airtable right here. So we'll have 3 different choices in order for us to choose the best one. And one thing I'll also say is that if you use a better model like the Banana model that I mentioned before, the chances of you having typos and all that, like stuff that you wouldn't want to have in your text drastically decreases.
Yeah, I personally like to use Nano Banana too. And I forgot to mention, like, the stories I was posting literally were just using Nano Banana 2. The basic Nano Banana 2 image, text on top, and that was able to drive sales. So that was the basic version, but if you want a little bit more quality control, a human in the loop, Kevin will walk through this slightly more advanced version. Again, if you're brand new to Make, start with the basic version, then when you feel ready, you can upgrade to this version.
So this will start in the same way as we had before. So there's a prompt and there's a call to action. Same exact prompt, a lady sharing her online recipes. At the center of the image, at the top, there's a text saying, and then there's a call to action. What I have here is I'm using AI more in the sense that I have a prompt here that says you are an AI assistant that helps create AI image generation prompts for social media content. The user will provide the image prompt and the call to action text, and your job is to create variations of the image prompt that incorporate both inputs. Each variation should have a slightly different style, mood, or composition. So there's a bit more depth to the whole thing, right? Whereas before it was just take this and use it to generate the image prompt. Now we're a bit more sort of involved in the whole thing. So there's a whole prompt. And here, as you can see, there's variation number 1, number 2, and number 3, which is why this ends up generating 3 images. As the user prompt, we're then giving it the prompt and the call to action. So this is then able to generate 3 different prompts, or 3 different prompts that we then generate the images for. So if I run this, we will see that this will generate those 3 prompts, and then it will go and call replicate.com, our image generator, 3 times. So it's going through once, and it will do it the second and third time as well. What this is doing here is that it's outputting, as you can see, 3 different results right here, or 3 different image prompts. And then we're using this iterator and Make in order to get this to go through the whole thing 3 times. So first time, it will save the record in Airtable, and then do it the second and third time as well. So that's the first part of the automation. Okay, so that went through the first time. So if I look at Airtable, 1121, let me refresh this right here. Yep, so let me sort by created latest. So now 1121, we have the first image that was generated, right? So again, there's a typo was struggling. It will be good to see the different versions as well. And if we need, we will just upgrade or use the better model anyway. So look at the second one right here. Again, I mean, this is good. So if you were struggling with weight loss, DM me guide, my free report. Let's say the third one. And as you can see, that finished the third time around as well. So we got third one right here. If you're struggling with weight loss, let me DM me guide to get my free report. Okay, so let's say this is the one that we like, because obviously there's no typos, healthy online recipe, so that's fine. And this is the one that we like. What we will do here, and once you have this to download in your make.com, one thing I'll point out is that you cannot have sort of 2 entry points in make.com, right? So you cannot have something that starts here and something that starts here. This would need to be its own separate workflow. So you'll have 2 blueprints that you will be able to download. But once we're in here, the second part of the automation searches our Airtable for a status called approved. And once it finds that, it then creates the post and then updates the Airtable. So if I go in here, we like this one, right? So I will just change this to approved. And now if I were to run this right here, we should see this goes to published because the automation finished. And in a few seconds, this will be live on Instagram as well.
And Kevin, can you just talk about, like, how does the first row trigger? Like, is that on a daily basis, or like what triggers it? What sets it off? So we can better illustrate, like, for a business owner who's busy, what would be their daily workflow?
So over here, since we have the timer, once we turn this automation, like we flip that switch right there, this, if we leave it at its default, would run every 15 minutes. Now, obviously, you might not want to post every 15 minutes. So what you could do is just switch to every day, for example, set the time when this would run. And then, like clockwork, without you having to be on your computer, this would run at that set time. Other options include days of the week. So you can choose which days you want to run the automation to run. So maybe Monday to Friday, but not.
Yeah, if you're new to Instagram stories, I personally recommend 3 to 4 times a week. So you don't have to do it every single day, but 3 or 4 times a week, it gives your audience something to look forward to each time. Like, let's say you put together 4 different lead magnets, and one is like comment guide, the other one is comment health. You know, it helps mix it up a little bit.
So that's how I would set that up. And obviously you can then run this on the same schedule as well.
Okay, so now we're going to walk through the n8n workflow, and it's honestly pretty similar to Make. I think it's actually a little bit easier in n8n because you can have multiple triggers in the same workflow, so you can kind of manage and see everything in one place.
Yes. So same or very, very similar idea. We have the version 1, which is the simpler one where you choose your options right here. So in this case, I have the same prompt, a lady sharing her online recipes, etc. And then I have the call to actions as well. Once we run that, it would call the same replicate image generator. Same idea. We have the API key that we would just need to put in there. And then this is pulling directly from the choose your options node. So you don't even have to touch anything in there. Once that grabs the image, it then creates the post on Blotato or on Instagram via Blotato. So same idea. We're doing stories and then that would go live.
And I really like how Kevin laid it out here. It's that each red box is the only thing you have to edit. It'll be preloaded, selected story. So you can just focus on setting up the things in red and then running it, testing it. And then when you're comfortable with it, you can customize it, take it to the next level.
Over here, this would be sort of the second blueprint. And the good thing about n8n is that we can have multiple triggers. So unlike make, we can have version sort of to A and to B within the same workflow. And the idea here is similar to what we had before, is that here you choose your options, as I called it, where you insert, again, your image prompt, your call to action. Then we have this AI agent right here, or this call to OpenAI. And we have the prompt right there, same idea. So all you're doing is changing the insert your image prompt and call to action update here. This is grabbing those 3 items that the node right here would generate, and it is, as you can see, looping through these items. So with this, is going to go through those 3 items, and for each of them, generate the image and then create a record in Airtable. So we end up with something like this, similar to what we had in make.com. And if you're cloning this Airtable database, this base, what I have here is source. So I have make.com and n8n. So if you wanted to try them both, you would also be able to see which one gave you which output if you wanted to sort of try them out both. The first part right here is generating and creating those records. And then the second one is publishing what you've approved. So same idea. This is searching for records where the status is approved. So matching this right here. And then once that publishes or creates a story on Instagram, we update the status to change that so it is published. So the idea is that it would not publish the same thing more than once, obviously, because you've set it to approved. It publishes, changes the status accordingly, and then that's pretty much done.
Okay, awesome. And any tips or tricks, common pitfalls when people set this up for the first time? Anything?
Obviously, you don't have many things to change in the sense that it's very straightforward. What do you want your image prompt to be about? What is your call to action? So here I would think about what are you selling, right? What is the end outcome that you want people to do, whether it's going to your site, sending you a keyword so we can message them back. Starting with that in mind, I think would give you better outputs in the stories that you end up having. So having a bank of different angles that you might want to try can also be one way of doing it. Other than that, I think it's a pretty straightforward automation. And the great thing is that most of the time, the more straightforward things are, the more effective they are. It's like, this is what it will do, this is what it is doing, and there's a sort of clear, straightforward path to getting what you want.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks so much for walking us through this. And you guys can grab the templates in the video description. So you can just grab those, import them, set up your required accounts, right? Like Kevin walked you through. So for this Airtable, and then replicate to generate the images, and then Blotato to post the Instagram. And that's it. You can leave this running, post stories multiple times a week. It's truly an amazing way to generate business on autopilot using social media. So thanks so much, Kevin, for walking us through this.